There we are, the Austrian team sheet there.
It'll be interesting to see if they go for their sort of strongest side, which we're used to seeing, or whether they'll take this chance to perhaps play some of the more fringe players in this game.
Yeah, and we say fringe players. These fringe players have still kind of played 4 tournaments. I think their least experienced player has 4 tournaments under their belt. That's a couple of World Cups, exactly. European Championships. Exactly. And there we go on the screen there for you, the women's French team.
Head coach Nicole, I think she has a lot of experience in American dodgeball as well. She certainly doesn't reside there anymore, but used to live there, and has a lot of experience with that side of the game as well. So she's got a lot of knowledge in dodgeball generally.
But here we go. Court 1 gets underway. Danny Eccleton, referee on this court.
Head ref perhaps for this weekend, I imagine.
Yep.
And we're away. It's a great atmosphere here on Court 1, as you can imagine. The Austrians have got the boombox, and France are away with the 3 balls. Let's see if they decide to throw the 1 or the 2. They've gone for 2.
I think there was a bit of confusion there on the full start, but she didn't give a full start because she didn't actually cross the ball return line.
That's right. If you put your hand up and don't cross the player return line, you don't have to give up that ball and restart play. So it's a good decision to halt. So
France are pretty lucky there to get that ball back out of the 3. They've thrown 2, which is never normally what you want to be doing, because you're then only left with 1 ball, Brett. And it's a tactic a lot of the British players use. You try and keep 2 balls.
Yeah, that's it. It's a tough call. Like when you're playing against a team that's capable of catching, you risk the catch with 1 ball, but if you throw 2, you lose the possession. That's a fantastic
good catch there.
Nikki Kremser out to a stunning catch. And France take the early initiative, 6-4 to the good.
Yeah. 4 balls now. Oh no, 3 balls on the attack. 2 come forward. Just missing.
They seem to be focusing on the wingers, the ball holders. The French are throwing at the Austrian ball holders. Some teams prefer to go inside a ball holder.
Is that a popular technique within the European dodgeball, you know, looking at wings first?
Yeah, a lot of players like to shut them down, but then you risk getting no hit if they're good blockers. I mean, very early days, but impressed by France, how they started.
Yep. And I think it's not just about what France can do in terms of how many balls they can throw, how hard they can throw. It's a lot about damage management here, especially against Austria.
Absolutely, points or goal difference could be important to qualify.
Yeah. Oh, and they've taken Umrich out there with a second standing counter.
Steph White's really controlling the team. She's been very busy.
Yep.
And she's been busy throwing those singles, keeping the balls. That's 2 good
hits there.
And that's what Austria have, the ability to throw single balls with accuracy and with power.
Yeah, and there we go. And look, and they've just whittled down from the 5 players France just had. They're now down to 2 after a solid attack from the Austrians. Couple of big arms there, couple of standing counters.
And the fact that this game has almost gone the distance is a positive for France, as you say. Keeping the score down could be important.
Close to a back line there, but her heels just reach above the line, so they don't actually touch the line themselves.
That's an invalid attempt from number 17. Danny's called her out. It was slightly high.
And just to explain for a couple of people at home, an invalid throw is classed if it's not within a metre region of a player. Oh, and 3 ball attack there from the Austrians. From 2 players down they were.
And the timing on that throw was so good.
Yep.
That's what did the damage. But it was a ropey start. France certainly had the initiative for the majority of that game. Can Austria get themselves together?
Any questions people want to ask, head down to the YouTube chat and ask away. Make sure you're liking, you're subscribing, ready for the stream.
Yeah, share that stream with everyone. Make sure we've had some people questioning where that stream is. Share that link so everybody knows where they can watch some top class dodgeball. Marissa with an absolute rocket down the line. She's got such a good throw on her.
Yeah, big arm.
Umrich, 22.
And I think you've got to have that mix of players, Brett. I think a bounce there. I think you've got to have that good mix of players. You've got to have the agility in the middle and good throw, standing throw there from Steph White.
Was it a standing counter?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got to have that mix. As you say, Umreich as well with that elbow injury in the final at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
Seems to be okay today.
But it is normally a reoccurring injury that she kind of gets. The side on view there. She just misses the catch there.
Such a good catch in the first game, but she couldn't quite secure it here. And that leaves it at 5 players to 4 in Austria's favour.
Yeah, full ball attack here. Steph White giving the call out for a 4 ball. No hits though.
Umreich has walked. It's 4-4.
France with the 2 balls. What can they conjure up here? Standing counter.
Some teams prefer the 2 balls. It's a bounce. Some teams prefer to walk up with a 3, and others will take the 2.
Yep.
And be quite happy with that.
But France now here with the 3 balls. Steph White on the call. Probably got to be looking at a slow sort of. There we go.
The thing with the French team, at the moment, they're not going all the way up to that attack line to throw. They're backing themselves to get back and stay safe, rather than be aggressive with those throws.
Kevin McDonald only court 1 is being streamed here. That's the live commentary. On court 2, it's being live commentary from Italians. Court 3 and 4 are also being streamed, but no commentary over there.
We've got 4v1, a chance and a hit. It came from Kulmig on the left, who's got quite the arm. Absolute athlete. I think she's 38 years of age and just absolute athlete. 77 Kulmig.
And like you were just saying there, that's the very slight difference that the Austrians are doing. They're coming right up to that attack line. You know, that's almost an extra metre that the French team aren't using.
Absolutely.
And it does make all the difference. You know, these balls travel at some high speeds.
If you take those risks and go up to that line and get those hits, you won't need to worry about the backtrack because they'll be on the defensive. But obviously they're a bit worried about the running counters of Kremser and Umreich.
Yeah, the Austrians are fast down the wing. It's not just about that big arm, it's about getting up court, taking those big strides, taking those hits. And that's all you've got to really be doing here. Austria already 4 set points up.
And Kremser learns from the mistake in the first game, draws out the standing counter from Steph and resets with 4 balls. Nikki, such a good player. She hasn't quite settled yet, but I'm sure she will find her form very quickly. And this has been a quick elimination. Half the team down. Shot.
Unlucky there. Just on the back foot. Sometimes, you know, those balls pop up and you're quick enough to get down low, pick up that catch.
Absolutely. It's a 5-on-2. I guess this is a situation where France might want to slow things down.
And a great catch there.
Rassinger 15.
That's it. And
catching.
That's what she's always been good at, you know, tucking inside that wing player. She's taking the catches, and that's all she needs to do.
Absolutely. And Austria's ball possession has been very good so far. Resetting, waiting for those 4 balls. Not something they may get as much against the higher end teams that perhaps are a bit more conscious on giving those 4 balls away. 4-0, soon becomes 6-0 on court 1. We'd be surprised not to see Austria at the business end of this tournament in possibly all the categories.
Yep, they were very strong at Madison Square Gardens a couple months back for the World Cup.
The mixed making the final in the Euros last year.
Yep.
The men's world champions and now the women's the European champions. Certainly will be up amongst the medals.
I think they've got a big name to kind of protect here as well. You know, they can't be making fools of themselves early on. They're playing clever, and I think they're playing very smart in terms of who they put on court and who's throwing it each time.
Yeah, definitely.
Good standing counter there from Steph White, but a good return from Anna Polani, hitting the toes of the French.
3 balls from the French, and again, I mean, they're throwing before the before the first line, let alone the middle line.
Yep.
And I just don't think the throws are being effective enough because of the risk they're not willing to take. A couple of slippery moments on court as well. I don't know, the surface can be a bit slippery. It's a wooden style floor. Got to make sure you've got those grippy trainers.
I think especially with the humidity as well, it's going to start sweating up in here. The surface is going to certainly get a lot more moist.
Absolutely. It's been noted that some players have been losing their feet. Again, it's almost like France they're happy to not throw. They want to sit back, maybe look for a catch.
Yeah.
Out all the running counter.
That's it. Gu in here on the bottom right side of your screen for the French. She's. I think that's what a lot of teams have to do. They have to apply pressure early on, not just from how you play in terms of your overall game, but you as a person, make sure you're using all that core, pressuring up. But the Austrians are very clever about what balls they're holding and who they're protecting.
Definitely, definitely. And once again, the Austrians have whittled the French down to just one player. Polony and Kulmig applying pressure from the wings. Oh! Was it a hit first?
Hit first there. Good catch, but unfortunately, like you said, hit first. Perfect time throw, I think.
It was. Guin, fantastic catch, but it came marginally after she was hit by Kulmig on the left. Austria starting to get into their stride and rack these points up. And I think we've seen some substitutions. We've now got number 12, Bomb, coming on. And number 23 has also come on, which is Steiner. We've also got number 20, Annika.
There's so many subtle differences from each team, just from this kind of camera angle that you see. Well, now it's changed to this one. The Austrians, the 6 on court are great reflexes there.
It's Steiner, early impact, reflex catch.
Yeah, Rasinga blocks the ball there, bounces it up. Like I was saying anyway, the Austrians, all 6 of them, they're evenly spread out, they're all using the court. You look at the French team and in certain areas they're all tight and compact like sardines almost.
Absolutely, and that's what you've seen. The Austrians they've changed half of their team, but the style looks exactly the same, and that's what any coach looks for. You can play any of your squad and the style and the rhythm should be exactly the same. Good shooting there from France. A delay getting Steiner 23 out. And they're 4 versus 5 at the moment. Steph White going for the charge, pulls back.
And I think Steph White, you know, she adds
brilliant.
What a catch.
Steph applauds it. I think that's all you can do. You plucked it off the jaws of the floor. Unbelievable. Polony 21, what a catch.
As I was just saying though, Steph White, she was applying a great deal of pressure to the Austrians. I think the French have always kind of been missing a big female player in terms of and a great standing counter there. What have France got to be doing here to kind of start clawing this back?
For me, I think it's the attacking play has been slightly reserved. They could do with really using the dimensions of the court to make those hits and applying pressure.
That's it.
That's better.
France won the middle ball there, but I'm not sure why they quite didn't apply the pressure because 2 of the Austrians still half up court. I think if the French are quick enough there, they can be taking a couple of players with them.
They've got to back their timing, back their throws, get up to that line, and make sure you're getting those revenge hits. If your teammate is going, you've got to get someone back, like they have there. And now it's 5-4 to France on players on.
After a good catch, I think the standing counter, they're looking for Steph when the standing counter comes, because I think when they take Steph out, the French team kind of crumble. Great catch there.
Brilliant catch. It was a brutal headshot in the middle. I don't think Kulmig intended to cause that level of devastation, but then followed up with a brilliant tombstone style catch.
That's it.
What a catch that is. And here we go, 5-3. This is where they've got to keep their composure. They've not been in this position much, if at all. Danny's places the ball down. It's a very strict rule now, isn't it, on placing that ball down once you've been hit.
Yeah, and the Simbing card can now come out. That Simbing card is a blue card this tournament. that gives the player a penalty set.
Who will be the first to receive a blue card? Usually Simon Jones, but
oh, Danny. 3 balls there.
Oh, he's given them all out for 5 seconds. It's 2 points to France.
There we go. And as we talked before that set, France clawed it back, played very clever dodgeball, great catch. Danny, on the tombstone there.
The head ref Danny seemed to call play ball with no response, and all 3 of them have walked.
That's it.
I don't know who called the timeout, but it certainly helped the French more than it did the Austrians.
Yep.
10-2. And that's a huge 2 points. You're playing the current European champions, and you've just taken a set off them. That's no mean feat.
Yep, and that could be very promising in later on in the group stages, that if you're taking wins or you're taking draws off some teams, that all these set points that you're taking off Austria are going to prove very worthy later on in the tournament.
Exactly. If you've had a few defeats and somebody else has, and a draw somewhere, it could come down to the points difference. And this is a respectable score so far. 1:28 to play, 10-2. Can they go and get another set point?
Oh, big arm there.
Steiner.
That's it, all the way to the front of the court, stares down the players, and almost a standing throw.
And that's the strength, not just the throws from the Austrians, the singles, it's the ability for the other 2 that aren't throwing to fake, and it looks very convincing. I mean, most players can catch a single, but when you think 3 of them are coming, those fakes are so good.
Oh, unlucky there on the catch.
Good shooting.
And a very clever throw as number 19, Steiner, she leaves the court as she's watching Steph White on her left.
I know we have 2 Steiners, a 19 and a 23. Are they related, do we know?
I think so. Ducks down, gets hit on the noggin.
Right on the button. Oh, Steph's giving away the 5th ball. Very risky. Tried to snipe.
Yeah, very dangerous, because now you're looking from a 5-ball attack from the Austrians, which in any case is very dangerous. 2 players they've got to be looking for to get out, but they only take the 1.
It's just gone down to number 64 they've gone for there.
Playing clever dodgeball because there's not long left on the clock.
5 seconds left.
Yeah, the French have to pull something out here.
And that's half time, 12-2. We've had the Czech Republic drummer just in front of our setup, so if you hear that, that is why.
So the French take the middle ball, but they don't do anything with it. They got 3 balls from the start. Like we said, they've got to be taking this high risk.
And again, straight at the ball.
Maybe they're looking at a bit of damage management and taking and catching themselves, because the French, you know, we've seen it here already. They've taken a couple of catches early on.
They have. They've been successful on the catching. We've seen 2 or 3 great catches. Let's have a look. Oh, it was blocked onto a teammate. Steiner 23 is out, but it was blocked on.
Austria take 5 balls from this.
That's true. It was a double standing counter, which is a very high risk play. And
as we said earlier on in the first half, they take Steph White out. The tactical mind from the French. What can they do here?
And they get 2 balls back as a reward. And that's what we're talking about there. The Austrians throw it. Steph, they got 2 balls back. The French threw at the ball and they lost possession.
That's it, and Austria now again with the 4. 2 missed throws. Austria keep 2. So they're ready for standing counters. So they're ready for running counters.
3 balls. And again at the balls, that's the danger. Perhaps Austria could have held for 4.
Oh, Austria a bit silly there. I mean, well, they've taken the 2 now. So very good tactical awareness in getting rid of the other balls.
Good shooting.
Oh, good arm there.
It was number 30, Kays, that got the hit.
That's
it was a delay.
And I think the delay throw works, because normally one player, especially down the middle, you're looking for ball control.
Yes.
And you're looking at the ball retention. Sometimes you're not facing forward, and that can sometimes be a very big downfall in terms of middle ball.
It was Usanova for Austria who dodged 2, thought she was in the clear.
Yep.
Before she knew it, she had her marching orders.
And here we go, 3 French team players left, 30, 33 and 18. So that's Cassie, Fuzelia.
Good block. Again, the French going to the ball.
Oh, good shot. Oh, bounced there.
Oh no, she's still in. Danny's allowed her to remain in, saying it bounced. It's 3 balls to the Austrians.
Yeah, Danny's called bounce there,
making the call on the left. And they've pre-thrown before play ball's been called. 4 balls now. That's the danger of that early standing counter.
Yeah.
Possession given away.
And you're left ballless. There's no time to block because you've got nothing in front of you.
It's usually most frustrating for the teammate that gets picked out. Danny stopped play. And the other referee has called number 20. Or is it time for the set? It is. It's time for the set.
Oh, the 3-minute set finishes there.
France will be happy that the sets are going the full 3 minutes rather than wiped out early.
Yep. Like we're talking about, very clever damage management.
Shout out to Nathan David back home who's watching this. Absolute Antioch. It's good to see people tuning in from home.
That's it.
Watching. There's some great levels of dodgeball being shown today. And over this next 3 days it's going to be fantastic.
So make sure you're liking the video itself, you're commenting. Comment down below any questions you need to ask, any rules you're not sure on.
So what's happened here is we've had a false start, which means Austria can't compete for the 2 uncontested balls. They've come back now. France have 5 balls. And they've got a hit out of it. Oh, 4 outs, 5 outs called from play ball, is it? Unbelievable. They get the advantage with a false start.
Oh, and the coach isn't happy. Like you said, she's come over from America.
Hands on head
there anymore.
Yeah, she looks. Oh, what a shot from Steph. Toe snapping Steiner.
Good shot, that cross-court sniper.
It's 4-3.
France, you know, if they were listening to the play ball, sometimes, you know, that's what happens, especially with the loud noises in the hall, that you don't hear the play ball.
There is that issue. I don't know whether or not all the referees will be holding the 5 seconds up on their hands as well, or whether they just have to make the instruction.
Block from the first ball, but she gets hit up on the second on her left arm there.
Hello to the Granite City Gorillas and Mark Benaldes and everyone else who's tuning in. George Rassinger, who's told us that the Steiners are sisters. Thank you, George. Are you related to Kathy Rassinger? I imagine you are.
Yep.
So we got the Steiner sisters. A sibling. Oh, what a dodge from number 12.
A great dodge on the first one. Unfortunately, just gets clipped on the left leg there.
As she lands, instinctive toe snap to finish her off.
So down 1 player to 4.
It's a lonely task.
Yeah.
It's a big task. The last remaining player, all to do.
She had 5 balls in her court. She's still got majority of possession, so she's going to be forced to throw here.
And play ball's been called. She has to release 1 of the balls. That's fine, within a metre.
Yeah.
And she's using the time well here. She's not rushing. She knows it's a big task. And there it is.
Oh, unfortunate. Drop down, goes to the catch. But 3 balls from the Austrian side come her way.
George is Kathy's sister. Go Austria is the shout. They are certainly in with a shot in all 3 divisions. You wouldn't bet against them.
That's it. Maybe get some predictions down below. Comment who you think can win each division, the female, women's division, the mixed and the men's. Comment down below.
There is also a Facebook post from the Dodgeball Company, and if you comment your predictions on their page, you could win some free dodgeballs.
There we go, heard it here first. Oh, unlucky there. Number 23 there for the French player. Inès Lenoir. She goes for the catch as the ball comes across.
I think perhaps Czech Republic are the new noisiest nation here. Some support down in the bleachers.
France here now with 2 balls. Steph White still on court. Good dodges from the French players here. You know, they're starting to be a lot more aggressive up court, but they've just got to get back a little quicker.
Absolutely, and they'll set their sights on points elsewhere. This is obviously a very tough game against the current champions of Europe, so plenty of positives to take. They've only conceded 3 sets in the second half, and there's still time to play. Kevin McDonald has gone for the Scotland female, men and mixed, a triple sweep. Whoa, it's a big call, Kevin.
They might be Scottish. I've got a funny feeling about
I have a feeling the McDonalds may be Scottish. But it may be an unbiased view, who knows?
Oh, good hit there.
Was that a
great catch?
Catching out.
Catching out. Good call. Number 8.
4-1.
Yeah. Fazelia, left here.
And she was last left in the previous set, 4 versus 1.
Yep.
She managed to wind the clock down. Oh, that's a great dodge. Almost does the splits while still getting off a throw. And good use of possession, keeping the 2 balls. Austria are itching to finish it. They want set points. Bounced and hit.
Oh, and a hit there on the final one. Disappointing. I guess that's how she feels from that. I think it's always hard a 1v4, especially, you know, you're playing second in the from the World Cup. Current European champions.
It's a tough job. Whether you can whittle it down, it's very difficult.
Sam Mason is currently watching. He should be here today. If you don't know the story, he lost his passport on the plane. He's currently in Milan. He's watching on the embassy's computer.
Welcome, Sam. There won't be a job for you when you get back. I've decided to retire from playing and stay in the commentary box.
Sam Mason using the English embassy computer to great use.
Unbelievable.
That's it.
Most people keep their passports stowed away safely. Sam Mason decided to put it on the floor.
That's it. And France here, 5 balls from that start after Austrians used the full start. Got to be getting 2 hits there.
It's a catch.
Catch here, but I think the catch was first.
5 balls, 1 hit, 1 catch. So,
not the worst of things.
Stays even, 5 each.
But now Austria have 4, 3 come their way.
Is that a deflection? Just in the valid margin from Federn, 33.
Oh, great shot there.
Thundered it onto the ankle of Steph White.
Steph White, before she can even pull her leg up to dodge there, left immobilised.
She was left pinned to the floor.
Great pressure there.
Danny calling a hit on 33, a shoulder shot. And now it's 4 versus 2. France have the burden. 1 for 1.
Very clever about that aggressiveness. You've got to make sure that, especially when you're up that close, you can't be throwing a head, although a headshot is valid and it counts for being out.
Great dodging. Great.
Oh, unlucky. Great dodging on the first 2 there, but
Kevin asking for updates on court 3. We can't quite see the score from here.
If Brett carries on talking for 2 seconds longer, I can go get the score very, very quickly.
So Greg's off to check that. On court 1, it's 20 points to Austria, 2 points to France in the women's division. It's been a good performance from both sides. France have really shown that they are a capable side, improving every time we see them at this tournament, and Austria laying down a marker in terms of organisation and throw power. And Greg is back and has seen the score on court 3.
The score is 14-6 to Scotland women's. They're playing the Netherlands women. Like I said, head over to the Italian Facebook page and you'll be able to get the score updates. It's all on an Excel spreadsheet.
And we're away with the final 3 minutes on court 1. It was 10-2 in the first half. It is therefore 10-0 in the second half as it stands.
France, they've got to be looking for these set points. They took 2 set points in the first half. You know, they've been up in a couple of these sets here. It's just they're not lasting and they're not playing very clever dodgeball in the dying embers of each set.
I have to agree, they're starting to get a bit loose on possession, and Austria start to rack up a few more points. They've brought on their captain, Umreich, who lined herself. She just holds her head in her hands. She was just walking back, no pressure whatsoever. She's laughing off court, and she's just walked straight off the back of the court by mistake.
Oh! One catch there.
No,
it doesn't.
She's still laughing.
Catch. Oh, it was a catch. So what happened there was 2 players got out. Well, at first, one player got hit, then another player made a catch. Then she got hit out from the second ball. Umreich makes her way back onto the court.
France here with a 2-player advantage and every opportunity to score 2 more set points and mirror the score of the first half.
And number 17 there, Lantia, they're applying great pressure. Oh, not making the catch. Oh, great throw there.
Brilliant. That's the sort of revenge hit I was talking about. They've got to do that.
Yeah, and you can't be scared of any player that comes towards you, especially here. You know, the minute you start cowering away. Oh, good catch there.
That's why she's the captain and a first team starter. She swings the game to 3-3. Umreich.
France really have to last this out.
Can they get that point? This is an interesting thing I've noticed from the Austrian women, and I saw it at the World Cup. They sprint up ready to throw, fake, and they lose all their momentum and therefore their power.
Yeah.
And I mean, France haven't caught as many, but certainly England at the World Cup did, and other teams can. You lose your momentum. They drop a shoulder, and then they almost throw from standing.
Yeah. I mean, some of the players can do that, and they've certainly got power from that standing, but it's going to be nowhere near as more powerful from a full sprint run up, like you said.
It gets rid of the standing counter, but what it does do is risk the catch. It's something to keep an eye on against that great shot against the better teams later on, and it's a 2-1 situation here. 30 seconds to play. Can Austria seal the deal? They have.
And Austria take that.
So we've got 17 seconds to go. Will we play a 90-second set?
90-second set, so this is a new rule within the new EDBF setup. It resides as this, that if there is under 90 seconds left within any point in the game, a 90-second set is started. So we'll be looking at a 90-second set here. This could be another 2 set points for Austria here to get plenty of points under their belt, that's for sure.
That's it, and if you win the set in under 90 seconds,
that's it.
That's the end of that. It doesn't continue to reset.
That could be a clever idea because a team could be down and just keep on winning set after set, but it doesn't work like that, unfortunately. Goes to one final set of 90 seconds.
A chance to go all out, expend your energy, try and get those final 2 points up for grabs.
Oh, and a big hit there from Umreich there. Number 33, she tries to dodge out the way but doesn't quite get it as she turns on her side for down there.
France again focusing on the wingers, not prepared to go for those without a ball just yet. Areas to improve on, but they've certainly looked plenty of positives for France today.
Yeah.
And Austria will be pleased, a professional performance, giving game time to most of their, if not all of their squad, and getting the win is what they need and what they have got. Oh, great shot.
Great shot. As number 19 there, she goes to bring her foot back but doesn't quite bring it back in time as she gets toe snapped.
64 Moreau, I think it was, just curling one onto her right foot. We've got 25 seconds left.
French, they've got to be aggressive here. They've got to be looking at 2 hits down the centre, getting those ball backs, and that they do, but they don't. Or one collides with the player,
and they got the hit. Austria lead with 10 seconds to go. 2 more set points up for the grabs. Oh no, no hit.
No hit.
4-4.
She just brought the ball there to block.
A hit here wins it for France. It's a draw. It's an extra point for France.
Oh, I think she's called invalid.
Oh.
No. Full set is
23-3 it will finish, and it finishes honours even in that final set, but Austria taking the win, as we thought they might, in a professional manner.